welcome back to another episode of the Afro show. So today is going to be a chillaxing day. I just showered and I'm feeling today's not a perfect day, but I'm trying to make it a good day. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I think this is like my favorite earrings. It's not really pure gold, but most of my jewelries are like gold, and I love gold. So what am I gonna do today? I wanted to talk about something because lately I've been getting like a lot of comments and I need to say it like that because I mean, just this perfume is like the best thing ever invented. Woo. So anyway, I wanted to touch base on something. So basically, let me just do this. Okay, so I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and she basically, we're talking about social media and how everybody portrays the best life on social media, and we're basically just talking about it. And then I was really thinking. I remember I was having this conversation and I'm thinking to myself, like, am I guys, I'm a deep thinker, right? So my friends know that. So anything that he says to me, I'm always like taking it in. Like, I'm always like, okay, let me really think about this thing. What life am I really portraying on? I'm trying to be comfortable, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really intentional with the people that I follow on social media. And let me just give you a rundown. Anybody that doesn't inspire me, I'm not following those people. And inspire me in different ways, right? It can be fashion, because I like fashion. It can be the entrepreneur life really, everybody who's an entrepreneur, everybody who's a business owner, I'm always learning from those people, right? I'm always learning from them in some shape or form, because you never stop learning. So those type of people inspire me. Any type of podcast that is more like growth mindset, something that's going to make you, change your ways, personal development. Anything that talks about spirituality, career, lifestyle, those things inspire me. So my friend and I were talking about how nobody portrays the bad side, like the things that are not happening well in their life. And it really got me thinking, because I was like, so unfortunately I felt like probably one of those people, unintentionally. I think I'm one of those people. So I went through my feeds on to my grid, right, on my page, on my Instagram, and I was just going through the different posts, and I was like, okay, I'm really good at putting the caption, right, like posting a caption of how I feel at the moment, if I'm not feeling well, if I'm having some challenges. But it got me thinking, if you quickly look into my feeds, into my grid on Instagram, I'm probably one of those people who's portraying that life is good, business is good, everything is good. And it really got me thinking, because I was just like, this is not my intention. And I don't know how to how do you get up and you feel shitty and you post that, I don't know. Like, I'm really trying to figure out a way to be more authentic. And I think it's something that I've always tried for in my entire journey of life, becoming my own woman, whatever. I always wanted to be authentically myself. Like, the life that I live is not just a facade. It's not just me staging this moment for now, right? I'm about to leave. I'm about to go out to get some food. So I wanted to look good, because today is one of those days that for me is not, I got some plans that were canceled, and things are changing. But anyway, so it's not a good day for me. And whenever I feel like it's not a good day, I try to create little things that will make it into a good day. I posted this picture, right? The picture was from actually yesterday when I went out with a dear friend of mine. But the picture, I think the caption on the picture says something like, every day is not a perfect day. Every day is not a perfect day, but you can create perfect little moments, right? And today is one of those days that I'm not feeling my best. I'm just feeling like, you know. And yeah, and I'm about to actually create good times and good moments. That's really my own way of coping with like the moments where you feel super down. That's my way of coping. I'm really a happy, bubbly person, you know. I'm always there. I'm always, you know, motivating people. I'm always, basically, I'm the person that will text you if you're on any of my WhatsApp group, right, which is family related, or my friends. I'm always a person texting some motivational things, right? I'm always a person sending my videos how I'm feeling. And so my default mode, let me just put it this way, my default mode is to be this person with so much energy, with a bubbly personality. This is my default. This is my real default. Now, there are times where I don't feel my best. There are times where I feel like, you know, I feel like everything is just falling on me. Things are not moving the way I want. And a way for me to cope with it is to just wake up in the morning. Today's one of those mornings, not even, I mean, it's bright, but, you know, I'm looking at outside, guys. But so my way of coping is basically waking up in the morning, doing little things that I love, you know, which is like making tea, going to Starbucks, for example, and getting like chai tea latte and a croissant. Going to, there's another place that's called Paris Cafe, really nice place. They have really good crepes. I would go there and I would just sit there with like tea, and then I would just the vibe, you know. I mean, I love to see people. I love to see people, and I love to hear a little bit of music in the background, and that place has that type of vibe, right? It's just good. It's just a good place to just sit down with your computer, if you're working, if you know, if you just want to chill. And I like little moments like that. So I spend my time, anytime I feel down, I don't stay in the house. I'm just one of those people. I drive around. When I was living here in Houston, I used to just drive around to different places, visiting different things, you know, going on an exploration, or, you know, a tour of Houston. And sometimes I will actually drive outside of Houston to discover new places. And I'm a big nature person. So yeah, that's how I cope with days that I'm not feeling my best. That's how I cope with you know, with everything that's not going on. I mean, 2020 was really a tough year. I don't have to tell you that. I think everybody has felt it. Business wise, my personal life, my plans to relocate to Cameroon, everything was just like, you know, not working the way it should have been. My way of coping was to really be on here to talk to you guys. I think that's 2020 is the year that I truly started Afro Boss Lady Show. That's the year that because I had started 2019 but for 3 months only, and I never had the time to continue. In 2020, because of the pandemic, I just found myself always talking to you guys, being on YouTube. And that was my way of coping with everything that was not working right in my life. My way of coping, because every time I would get up, I would be like, okay, I have a good idea for a video that I want to do. And because I couldn't really meet people physically anymore, and I think 2020 was actually the year that I put myself out there in terms of YouTube. That was the year that I started, you know, becoming, I mean, telling you guys a little bit of who I am, what I do, things like that. Because I don't think I was really that open before. I don't think so. I think my first video where I was talking about me, you know, the things that I do and everything, was like 2020. Because I never was that comfortable talking about my life. But I mean, natural, you know, natural speaker. Doesn't sound right. I'm a natural public speaker, right? I can talk anywhere. Put me in a position, go. I will go, right? It doesn't even matter if I know the topic. I will just talk. But I think coming on YouTube and actually opening myself to, like, hey, this is me, this is what I do, and this is my personality. Because I think people, when you tell people what you do, in terms of career, they expect a different image of you, right? You can't even imagine how many times I've had, like, I would tell people my credentials and they'll just be looking at me like they're all confused because I don't look like, the person behind all those titles. So and I think my fear of YouTube was just to, because I'm a really private person. I've been a really private person when it comes to my life. I don't have many friends. I have few friends and many acquaintances, if you can put it like that. But yeah, so I've been really private. But 2020 was the year where it was one of those really heavy, emotionally draining year where I finally said, okay, let me just be, myself right here on YouTube. But going back to my living your life authentically, and talking about social media, and social media is also YouTube, right? Instagram, Facebook, all of those platforms. I was talking to my friend and I was basically telling her I want to find a way to be more authentic, if that makes sense. Like, I'm already myself, guys. This is me. This is, every time I talk to you guys, every time I make a video, this is me, right? Like, my voice, the sound of my voice, that's something I don't like. That's me. But the reason why this thing is really, really big for me is because I don't want young girls or women, watching me and thinking my life is perfect, because it's not perfect. I really want women, and I say women specifically because I feel like women, we deal with a lot of things already. Society is judging us, men are judging us, our parents are judging us, co-workers are judging us, random people on the streets are judging us, the way we look, the way we sound, the way we appear, our cultural background, our skin color, our size, so, and I want to be more authentic for that reason, so that other women, other young girls don't feel like I have the perfect life, because I don't have the perfect life. Not every day is a struggle, but I have moments where I feel like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this thing? I think I live my life on purpose, right? Like, everything that is really, like, I don't live my life for other people. That's something that you should know. I don't live my life for other people. I live my life for me, because if I had to live my life for other people, I wouldn't be here today, right? I wouldn't be able to talk to you this way, because talking to you this way is not what other people told me to do, right? Being in my bedroom, because you guys are now sitting in my bedroom, but being in my bedroom is not what other people, I remember when I was starting on YouTube and I was showing my place and everything, people were like, oh, do you really have to show your bedroom? Do you have to show your kitchen? Do you have to show this and that? Don't you think it's private? And this is African mindset. And because you don't show people where you live, you don't show people who you are, you don't talk about relationship. Oh my god, how can you talk about how your ex-boyfriend scammed you, and little things like that, right? So I'm living my life on purpose. I live authentically. It's just, there's just a slight difference on, even though I'm living authentically my truth, how can I, communicate that? How can I put that on camera? And every time we YouTubers, when you're a YouTuber, every time YouTubers, flip the camera or turn on the camera, we already have an intention behind, this whole thing. Like, today my intention was to tell you your feelings are valid. If you're feeling down, it's okay. Don't be looking at other people on social media thinking they're having the best life, because we don't have the best life. I don't regret many things in my life, but the one thing that I'm always worried about is to die without making an impact the way I want to make an impact, right? That is my calling, I believe, as of now. that I feel like that's my calling, is to really make an impact in girls' life, Africans' life, people's life in general, right? Is to show the little girl that I used to be that dreaming is okay, wanting to be something that you don't see in your environment that you grew up is okay and is valid, because there's a reason why you have those dreams. There's a reason why you have those aspirations, and the dreams were not given to you by mistake. The dreams were given to you because it belongs to you, right? And you have to own it. And the little girl that I was, which I was a confident little girl, but I think many of the things that I used to think I would be, many people, I mean, I used to live in Cameroon, many people told me, oh, please, this is just a dream. You can't do this, you can't do that. So many limitations that they put on us. And it's really, end of my 20s that I started experiencing the life that I have, built for myself. And I remembered when I was, like 10 years old and thinking, oh my gosh, this is the life that I dreamed of. This is me. this is the life that I wanted to have. And I made it happen. And so my goal and my fear, I think my fear is to die without making an impact. And there's so many ways of making an impact, but I know the impact that I want to make. But that's my fear, right? Beside that, the rest don't really matter to me. I don't get attached to things that much, right? Like, I love my businesses, I love the people who work for me, I love my life in the US, I love my life in Cameroon, but it doesn't define me per se. I don't know if that makes sense. So I can be told that I'm gonna die tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, thank you Jesus, thank you Lord, thank you God, thank you the universe for allowing me to live such beautiful years, because I don't really think being in a state of you're waiting for when your life is going to be good is actually healthy. So anytime I'm feeling down, anytime things are not happening well, I try to create my perfect moments in the mix of a chaos, if that makes sense. And I think that has been my way of coping and feeling like, if I'm no longer here tomorrow, I would have lived the life that I wanted. I would have done the things that I wanted to do. And that alone is for me, that's enough, right? That's goal. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my state of mind and I hope you guys are coping if you're not feeling well, if you have issues going on, if you have hardships. I hope you can find ways to actually cope. I hope you can find people to talk to. I hope you can really go deep inside yourself and say enough is enough. I'm no longer going to live another person's life. I'm going to live my life, the life that I crafted for myself, and not the life that society or my parents or my partner crafted for me. And I think it takes a lot of guts, right, to get up and say, I don't want to be conventional. I want to do me. I want to live my truth. And I want to believe that I'm doing that. It's just a matter of how can I communicate to other people that, hey, as much as I'm living my truth, it's not roses and sunshine every day, right? So this is one of those days. So I'm going to, and I will come back and then I will do some work because I still want to be productive. And yeah, so I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you're not, then just create little things, do little things, that you like, and it will kind of like boost your mood a little bit. Anyway, I hope to talk to you guys later, and deuces. Bye. It's not for me to say.